How to Achieve Sustainable Success by Oliver A. Matar. C. Contact me. oliversustainablesuccess.us. The only way for us to sustain our success is by continuously being aware, measuring, and reducing our fear. Introduction. The above, my esteemed reader, is my thesis. My simple thesis that I have been disseminating since the year 2019 through my book entitled How to Achieve Sustainable Success, my speeches in various parts of the world, my personal conversations with people in many countries, as well as my social media posts. I use the inductive scientific approach to prove my thesis. I start by an observation, and then I build up a theory to validate my observation. My personal experience back in the year 1999, I was employed by a multinational company. I decided to resign. My superiors asked to stay for a few months for transition or handover. I accepted their request. The day after I submitted my resignation, I walked into my soon-to-be ex-employer, a totally transformed person. Suddenly, I felt safe and relaxed. Why? Simply because I am not scared anymore. I am not afraid that if I do or say something, it might affect my livelihood. That state of mind allowed my mind to open up, and I came up with innovative ideas that set my soon-to-be ex-employer for success in the following year and saved them millions of dollars. My superiors asked me, "Who are you, Oliver? What happened to you? We do not recognize you anymore. You worked for us for 4 years and suddenly you are a completely different person. We wish that you were the same person for those 4 years as you are now." Well, the answer to their question is simple. I am the same person but without fear. My observation of others' behavior. From 2003 to 2019, as part of my consulting engagements in 12 countries across 4 continents, I interviewed thousands of staff to learn from them how to improve productivity, reduce costs, and boost sales. When interviewed privately, they gave me brilliant insights on how to add economic value to their organizations. However, when I took them back to the board meeting, they were silent. Why? Because they were scared to be ridiculed or pushed back, and that might affect their good standing and livelihoods. If all the people I have interviewed were without fear when faced with their colleagues and superiors, they would have added billions of dollars in economic value to their organizations. Most importantly, they would have been happier. 2. Scientific validation of my thesis. According to the fundamental laws of medical sciences, economics, and psychology, fear is our enemy. Medical sciences teach us that latent and constant fear destroys our organs, our skin, our hair, and subsequently our quality of life. How could we possibly create economic value sustainably for ourselves, our organizations, our cities, and our countries if our health is compromised by fear? Psychological sciences teach us that phobias cause mental illnesses, which in turn impede our ability to live life to the fullest and think clearly when faced with challenges. Again, how could we possibly create economic value sustainably if our mental health is compromised and our brain abilities are impeded by fear? Economics tells us that economic value follows scarcity. Fear is abundant. Safety is rare. Therefore, fear has low value and safety has high value. Secondary research. Independent evidence from science and economics. Medical research shows that constant fear activates the stress response system in the brain and body, increasing cortisol and adrenaline, which over time harm the immune system, heart, and cognitive performance. Sapolsky, 2004, McEwen and Giannaros, 2011. Studies in Nature Reviews Neuroscience show that stress-related fear impairs prefrontal cortex function, reducing working memory, focus, and decision-making accuracy. Arnston, 2009. In contrast, emotional safety promotes neural flexibility, problem-solving ability, and long-term health. Davidson and McEwen, 2012. Psychological research on psychological safety demonstrates that teams where members feel free to express ideas without fear achieve far higher innovation and ethical behavior. Edmondson, 1999, Fraser et al. 2017, Newman et al. 2017. Economic research confirms that societies with higher trust and lower institutional fear achieve stronger and more sustainable economic growth. Knack and Kiefer, 1997, Zach and Knack, 2001. The World Bank, 2011, and OECD, 2018, also confirm that institutional trust and psychological safety are predictors of long-term innovation capacity and competitiveness. 3. This alignment across sciences confirms that managing fear is essential to sustain success. Historical evidence, fear and the fall of empires. Throughout history, empires built on fear eventually collapsed. In the later Roman Empire, corruption and fear discouraged initiative and innovation. The Soviet Union's censorship and surveillance silenced creativity and led to stagnation. Fear-based regimes achieve obedience but lose adaptability. Only freedom from fear allows individuals, organizations, and nations to sustain prosperity. Conclusion. It is impossible for us to sustain life on Earth if we do not continuously measure and reduce our fears. Fear causes individuals, organizations, and nations to lose creativity, peace, and value. My mission is to help people detect, measure, and reduce fear using NECICI, DAARR, and BankHappiness. 4. Author profile, Oliver A. Matar. Oliver A. Matar is a global consultant, innovator, author, and speaker recognized for creating the world's first integrated system for sustaining success. He is the founder and chief executive officer of Sustainable Success Management Consulting, established in 2003. Oliver has delivered more than 100 consulting projects across 12 countries and 4 continents, guiding governments, banks, and corporations toward lasting innovation and prosperity. He represented the United States in the International Council of Management Consulting Institutes and served as its vice chair, shaping international consulting standards. In academia, he taught the flagship MBA course Strategic Consulting and Practice and supervised graduate theses at the University of Strathclyde Business School in the United Kingdom. Oliver is also a frequent keynote speaker in the United States, the United Kingdom, South Korea, Turkey, Russia, Ukraine, and the United Arab Emirates. His mission is to reduce fear, inspire creativity, and sustain success worldwide. References Arnsten, AFT, 2009. Stress signaling pathways that impair prefrontal cortex structure and function. Nature Reviews Neuroscience 10-6, 410-422. Davidson, R.J. and McEwen, B.S. 2012. Social Influences on Neuroplasticity, Stress and Interventions to Promote Well-Being. Nature Neuroscience 15-5, 689-695, Edmondson, A. 1999. Psychological Safety and Learning Behavior in Work Teams. Administrative Science Quarterly 44-2, 350-383. Frazier, M.L. et al., 2017. Psychological Safety, a Meta-Analytic Review and Extension. Personnel Psychology, 71, 113-165. Knack, S. and Kiefer, S. 1997. Does Social Capital Have an Economic Payoff? Quarterly Journal of Economics, 1 and 12 per 4, 1251-1288. McEwen, B.S., and Giannaros, P.J. 2011. Stress and Allostasis-Induced Brain Plasticity. Annual Review of Medicine 62, 431-445. Newman, A., Donahue, R., and Eva, N. 2017. Psychological Safety, a Systematic Review. Human Resource Management Review, 27-3, 521-535, Sapolsky, R.M., 2004. Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers, 3rd editas. New York, W. H. Freeman, Zach, P.J., and Knack, S. 2001. Trust and Growth, The Economic Journal, 111, 470, 295, 321, World Bank, 2011. World Development Report, 2011, Washington, D.C., OECD, 2018. Trust and Public Policy. Paris, OECD Publishing.